Today in the Parliament, Denise Daley fix Clifford, you know. Denise Daley fix Clifford, the big green dog, you know. No, man. Denise Daley. Fix Clifford, the big green dog. Listen to what Denise Daley tell Clifford today in the Parliament. Listen to this. Producer the short video with them in the
municipality. Create a...
That one producer.
Madam Speaker.
The member from St. Catherine Southwest. The member from St. Catherine Southwest, please. The member from St. Catherine Southwest. This is the last time you'll be spoken to, sir.
He's on injury.
Member from St. Catherine Southern, please proceed.
Madam Speaker. I will continue where I left off. If this is not the most classical demonstration of gerrymandering, then the earth is not round. It is square. All of it.
Yeah, what she said?
What can go so?
She talked to real man, Courtney.
Yes.
Real man, not half a man. She talked to real man.
Real man.
And he went on to disrespect Fix Jackson in the house today, you know. Play the next one, producer. Play the next one.
St. Catherine Municipality. Create a safe seat for the JLP in Portmore that they will never lose. It is of note that the political boundaries stipulated by that member for achieving those goals are exactly what is provided in the Counties and Parish Boundary Act, which they rammed down through the Parliament. If this is not the most classical demonstration of gerrymandering, then the...
Member. Hold a moment, member. You've asked for a point of order. Hold a moment respectfully. Member, what is your point of order?
Madam Speaker, the member just attacked me. No. What I said on the platform. But the issue is, he's saying what I said on the political platform. Why don't you tell the country broke his son on when she defend his mother from beating?
Sit down. He broke his son. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down.
No. His mic is off. A member.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. We're not interested in that. Who is interested in that?
Member from St. Catherine Southwest. Member from St. Catherine Southwest. Your mic was off, but I could hear you clearly. That's most inappropriate. That's not a point of order.
Are you, Madam Speaker? Are you asking me to withdraw it?
We don't want any more abuse in there.
We don't want any more abuse. But I don't think Jamaica saw how the Speaker of the House sat. She sit down, you know. And she basically allowed him to do what him do, you know. And then she used reverse psychology, but remember, his mic is off. She deliberately, Courtney, facilitated it. She deliberately facilitated his insults to Fix Jackson.
Stop him.
And had it been Angela Brownberg, should I tell Angela sit down?
Yeah.
Should I tell Mark sit down? Should I tell Lisa sit down? Should I tell every one of them sit down? But she make him continue. She made him continue Jamaica. But Smadina East Rural go and fix your business, you know.
You know what?
East Rural, the man when named Patrick Peter King and Vivian Banner are go fix our business. But this is the kind of disrespect. Remember, you know, he went into the man's family life and said the picnic broke. Him broke him picnic hand for him wife. When know about Fix Jackson wife? When not talk about when wife left him? Why him don't talk about wife left him?
She left him?
Ask everybody at Wolaba. Ask everybody at Wolaba about him ways.
They got text. Out of Wolaba.
Out at Wolaba, the people them can't tell why the wife. You know what? You don't want to talk over here. We should have talked over here. Yes, he did have a wife, but she never turned with him long. The wife found out about his deeds. That is why Denise said she don't want to half a man. Talk with producer, play with Denise say again. Play with Denise Daley say again for me now, please. Play with Denise Daley say again for me now. And when you play it, you know you must do ball out, you know. All who want to hear on TikTok, come over my live stream and you hear the bangarang because you not hearing what is happening from the YouTube channel. Yeah, what Denise Daley said, Jamaica. Listen to what Denise Daley said.
Of St. Catherine Municipality, create a safe seat for the JLP in Portmore that they will never lose. Madam Speaker.
The member from St. Catherine Southwest. The member from St. Catherine Southwest, please. The member from St. Catherine Southwest. This is the last time you'll be spoken to, sir.
He's on injury.
Member from St. Catherine Southern, please proceed.
Madam Speaker. I will continue where I left off. If this is not the most classical demonstration of gerrymandering, then the earth is not round. It is square. All the
Ball out! Whoa, yo. We need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament. Shift the election. Shift everything. Remove them out there. Take out the cockroach. Take out the thief. Take out the criminal them. Take out the thief them. Take out the murderer them. Take out the gang leader them. Out of parliament. Take them out from Portland. Take them out. I hear Portland. Me I go to Portland. Why me I travel to Portland? Take out somebody, man or woman.
Yes, Jamaica. Denise Daley made it clear. She talks to real men. And Fix Jackson stood in the parliament today. I want you all to hear the sentiments of Fix Jackson in the parliament today. Listen to what Fix Jackson was talking about in the parliament today.
Madam Speaker, the recent 30% reduction in murders in 2024 is a welcome shift after 8 years of escalating violence under the GLP administration. However, this decline follows a grim reality. Under this JLP administration, regrettably, more Jamaicans have been murdered than under any previous two-term administration. At the government, maintained and strengthened the PNP's pre-2016 strategies, it inherited, less people would have been murdered. Indeed, that would have accelerated the downward trajectory begun under the People's National Party. This decline, while encouraging, is fragile. Jamaica's homicide rate remains among the highest globally, compounded by unchecked financial crimes and mass shootings. The JLP's reliance on state of emergency as a blunt instrument that eroded community trust and damaged livelihoods. That has proved disastrous. Their approach mirrored net fishing, indiscriminately sweeping up innocent young men and children while failing to dismantle criminal networks. There is a better way, Madam Speaker. The PNP has long championed a balanced approach to security, one that pairs enforcement with prevention. The new Commissioner, Dr. Blake's recent endorsement of focused deterrence, targeting the 1% responsible for 70% of violence, validates our stance. This spearfishing strategy, combining intelligence-led operations with community engagement, has driven the 2024 decline. Madam Speaker, the opposition had been pleading for this approach for well over 8 years, and it fell on deaf ears because the Prime Minister, the de facto Minister of Security, and supported by the former Commissioner of Police, maintained an exclusive, tough-headed, aggressive pursuit of looking tough, exclusive military approach that have only served to plunge the country into a state of deepened insecurity. So, we commend the present Commissioner Dr. Blake for his leadership and the new approach he has brought to the JCF, one which the Minister made mention of today. His approach aligns with our 2023 proposals, which is court-supervised detention of high-risk suspects, expanding the Jamaica Eye Surveillance Network, and yes, we welcome those increases the Minister spoke of today, and balancing enforcement with social intervention. Mr. Speaker, this model respects constitutional rights while delivering results. Mr. Speaker, the global data supports this approach as the most effective in achieving sustainable security for our country. In this regard, I give this Parliament and my fellow Jamaicans the solemn undertaking that the next PNP government will commit the necessary resources to the JCF and its allied entities to ensure continued and widened success in sustained crime reduction and citizen security. It's not just about reducing crime rates, but also about improving the quality of life and creating conditions where people can feel safe and thrive.
Jamaica, with all Fix Jackson saying tonight, I'm still calling for greater accountability in the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Government and opposition must understand that humans' lives matter. And when I saw the Prime Minister today saying that him standing with the Jamaica Constabulary Force and he's wearing blue. Prime Minister Holness, the extrajudicial killings, the no use of body cameras cannot continue. Listen to what the Prime Minister said today, Jamaica. Listen to what the Prime Minister said today.
But as you can see today, I'm decked out in my blue because I'm in full support of the JCF. I think.
He's decked out in his blue because.
But as you can see today, I'm decked out in my blue because I'm in full support of the JCF. I think the conversation in the country needs to be balanced. Obviously, the JCF's increased activities in interdicting criminals and in dealing with the gangs would have caused a significant increase in the loss of life of those who challenge them. But I think the country should also understand that the gang warfare is at a level where we must respond and respond decisively.
So you're saying, Prime Minister, that Riley, who died, challenged them?
Yeah.
You're saying, Prime Minister, that the one that was murdered right there in 100 Lane challenged them? You're saying that the little boy, the little 15-year-old who was murdered in Westmoreland, challenged the JCF? You're saying, Prime Minister, that the three who the police murdered and planted the guns on challenged them? Prime Minister, you remember Nakia Jackson, Prime Minister? Nakia Jackson waited for 10 years only to get an open verdict. No one held to account. Prime Minister.
Ball out! Whoa, yo, yo, yo. We need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament. Shift the election. Shift everything. Remove them out there. Take out the cockroach. Take out the thief. Take out the criminal them. Take out the thief them. Take out the murderer them. Take out the gang leader them. Out of parliament. Take them out from Portland. Take them out. I hear Portland. Me I go to Portland. Why me I travel to Portland? Take out somebody, man or woman.
So I'm going to ask again, Prime Minister. You remember the little 14 or 15-year-old who got the shots in his back, the 5 shots in his back? He ran from the police. So when that is your argument, we are not saying that we're against police doing their jobs, Prime Minister. What men like Dr. Michael Abrams is saying, play what Dr. Michael Abrams said, producer. Play what I want the Prime Minister to hear what Dr. Michael Abrams said to him today.
Dr. Michael Abrams, why are you here? To give advice to the voice then. I just add, there's a simple request that cops wear more body cams. Some of them wear body cams. We just want more accountability. That's all. It's a matter of being against the police. I love the police. I fully support the police. We just want more accountability. That's simple as that. Simple enough. Because you have some cases where people are killed under questionable circumstances. And we just want justice. That's all we want. But figure the police. What kind of response are you expecting from this protest? It's difficult to say because some people are politicizing this, unfortunately. But I hope I see more people out here than I expected to see that, so that's a good thing. It's all about justice and accountability. It's simple as that.
So all Dr. Abrams is saying in calling for justice and accountability. All Caroline Gomes is saying she's calling for justice and accountability. All Michael Jackson calling for is justice and accountability. All Bert Samuels calling for is justice and accountability. All Andre Stevens is calling for is justice and accountability. And we are being told that we against police, you know. That them make citizens come out ready for war and intimidate people, you know.
Ready.
And they were so dismissive and they were so ready and antagonistic, ready to get in arguments and ready till the point them and say, well, you are the right, it's so foolishness. There was one brown woman, Courtney. You remember that brown one?
Yeah.
She walk and take the people them picture as though what them trying to do is find the people them to intimidate them and to silence the people. To a Pan-Africanist and an attorney like Bert Samuels. Bert Samuels said, he said it clearly, you know, I represent police as well, you know, and the police are afraid of some of the police. You know. So when I heard that argument, I said to myself, this is serious. Police are afraid of police because they know how corrupt they are. But what I found very worrying, what I found very alarming, what I found very disturbing is citizens against citizens. What I found disturbing, Jamaica, what I found alarming is citizens against citizens. It's a very dangerous road to our democracy. The only issue the people were saying today is greater accountability. Where are the body cameras? And the body camera is not only good for visual purposes, it's also good for audio purposes. So if it is that the police say that when they go on the targeted operation, Courtney attacked them, the audio would have supported the attack, the visuals would have supported the attack, and then we could say, all right, then that was definitely. But we don't know what is what, who is who, or how it is being done. So I want to ask you tonight, Jamaica, if you are calling for greater accountability, anything wrong with that? If me and you are called for greater accountability, anything wrong with that, Jamaica? But I even see where Fontana Pharmacy said them standing in support and all of the workers must wear blue. So I want to know, if I'm a worker at Fontana, my family has been murdered by the police, I must wear the blue?
Can't wear it. You have to fire me.
But the said Fontana Pharmacy, Kevin O'Brien Chang, years ago when Jamaicans for Justice was formed, the said Kevin O'Brien Chang, who's standing right now, saying standing in solidarity with the police, years ago stood against Adams. Convenient hypocrisy. Convenient hypocrisy. Kevin O'Brien Chang was one of those people who was on demonstration years ago.
Against Adam. Say Adam wicked.
Say Adam's wicked and this and that. And here is the said Fontana head.
You don't get the place.
No. Why God? Politics truly divides and politics truly corrupts. Politics truly divides and it truly corrupts.
Say yes or no.
The same mouth will say yes, and the same mouth that has now turned Peter. You remember Peter who denied Christ? Me never said Judas, you know. Peter.
Say the know me.
When the cock crew, and it crew at it crew right there, Waterloo up on the cemetery. It crew up on the cemetery. Crew up on the political process in this country is a very dangerous road. And when I